Last one tonight, folks. Brian here, Friday, May 16, 2025. I need to stay on topic with my suggestion that Earth's protective magnetic field is destabilizing to the point where multiple polar fields, magnetic poles are developing. So once again, this has to do with my safe location suggestions and protection from radiation storms. So let's go back to the beginning. Okay, so the most commonly used photograph on the internet is this one. So this depicts our magnetic field, normally as it is, with a magnetic north, magnetic south. During an excursion, when we develop multiple magnetic poles, and then finally, after a complete reversal, north and south. This is irrelevant because between here and here, in order to achieve this right in the middle, the field strength has to be down to about 5%, almost non-existent, before this changes to this. If we're here in the middle, we're dead, we're fried, we're toast, we're burnt. This is where I believe we are beginning to develop multiple magnetic poles. So before we go any further, this is the solar wind interacting with Earth's magnetic field, the NASA animation. So the solar wind carrying the highly energetic particles hits our bow shock, which is the front outer edge of our protective magnetic field. The highly charged particles flow down the magnetic cusps into the north and south polar regions. This is the escape of the atmosphere. So once again, our magnetopause. Now in this animation, they're actually showing magnetic north already at Siberia. Well, again, I think we're in the beginning stages of this, developing multiple magnetic poles. Now in this picture here is the World Magnetic Model main field total intensity. This is the 2020 version. They're really doing their darndest to try and hide the 2025 version. This is for explanation only. So the tighter together, the closer together the magnetic field lines, the stronger the protection over that area. The wider the space between the magnetic field lines, the weaker the protection over that area. This, of course, is the South Atlantic anomaly, an area of the weak magnetic field over South America, extending into West Africa. I believe this is shifting to the north, encroaching upon the Caribbean. Now, here's the situation. If we start having multiple magnetic poles, we're going to have multiple zones like the South Atlantic anomaly. Here, here, here. We don't know exactly where. And if so, it's not going to look like this anymore. These are polar cusps where the highly charged particles funnel down into the Earth's core. If we're having multiple magnetic poles, we're going to have multiple magnetic cusps. One of those zones, for example, could be the area over the British Isles, France, Portugal, Spain, for example. who knows how long it's going to be there. Days, months, year, who knows? Before that area closes up and then opens up somewhere else. So now, solar storm impacts, dayside, that type of forecasting modeling method that I use may no longer be applicable. So when we have the accelerated solar winds, such as we're going to have now, the speed of that plasma stream coming in, it's going to find one of those negative areas or one of those opening areas to funnel into. It might be over that same region again, British Isles, France, Portugal, Spain. Another area may open up. This is the unpredictability when we start developing multiple magnetic poles. Almost finally, I'm going to show you one example. So during solar radiation storms, proton events, those protons are supposed to be funneled into the north and south polar regions. This is why when it reaches a certain threshold, they have to cancel or stop or restrict polar air traffic because of the radiation hazard to flight crew and passengers. But again, multiple poles, multiple breaches, weak areas. It's also going to send induced currents through high voltage lines, like I have recorded on several occasions right in front of my house. During radiation storms, we're not supposed to be getting them down here. Take a look. You can see what's called a corona discharge traveling along the horizontal members between the capacitors. It's quite the light show. So if I'm correct, we're going to be going into an area of the unknown and uncertainty, but we do know the consequences of grid failures and other related interruptions, induced currents through conductors and transforming stations, fires, England, interference with GPS and related navigational systems, aircraft avionics, to ground crustal penetration of muons and increased incidence of ultraviolet radiation penetration. And this is why the caveman sought out the caves. That's why we're going to be seeking out the caves. So my study and observation continues, and I will continue to relay it to you. I do not believe I am wrong. I guess we'll see. Long day, folks. That is it. As you were.